As the boss closes in, mere meters away and poised for an attack, Lu faces the onslaught with unwavering resolve. Ready for the clash, his eyes blaze with confidence, and a blue aura surrounds him as he realizes that now is the perfect moment to strike. The aura transforms into a concentrated attack, ice forming around his staff as his eyes glow white. He aims his ice skill with precision, the skill slamming into the boss, ice rapidly spreading across its face and dealing 325 damage, plus an additional 50 damage over time. With concern, she urgently signals that lower star bosses usually have 50% status resistance, so the frost effects won't last long. As she continues explaining, the boss roars with rage, smashing through the ice prison encasing it, sending ice shards erupting in every direction. She activates her defensive skill to shield herself amid the chaos, noting that lower-tier star bosses typically possess around 50% resistance to status effects, meaning the frost would only have a temporary impact. Lu's plan is far from finished. His pet swoops down from above, grabbing the boss and smashing it forcefully into the ground. The impact releases a burst of energy, sending shockwaves through the battlefield. Even as Lu's pet pins the boss to the ground, the boss isn't surrendering easily. Flames begin to lash out, slowly scorching and damaging the pet despite its firm grip. In a panic, he begins channeling another spell, determined not to lose his pet. Desperately, he commands her to heal the pet, knowing it is crucial for their survival. Hearing his order, she begins casting her spell, sweat trickling down her face, doubt clouding her mind as she works, uncertain if her magic will be enough. Just then, the pet's life bar begins to regenerate as the flames on its body start to subside. However, the boss shows no signs of yielding, still determined to fight on. Her face is tense with worry as she points out that even with full health, the armored scorpion won't last much longer. Their damage output simply can't compensate for the difference. Suddenly, Lu finishes channeling his spell, and a massive energy ball forms at the tip of his staff. He braces himself, preparing to unleash it as the battle intensifies. A confident smile spreads across his face as he eyes the boss, assured that this will be decisive. Debris from his spell whizzes past him, but he stands firm, showing no sign of fear. He unleashes his attack, dance of fire and ice, sending a swirling mix of flames and frost hurtling toward the boss. In response, the boss roars defiantly and braces itself to face the incoming onslaught. The boss charges headlong into the attack, showing no hesitation. As the spell's energy collides with it, a massive ice wall erupts, slamming into the boss with overwhelming force. In its final moments, the boss lets out a thunderous roar, unleashing its last burst of power with everything it has. Lu observes closely as the boss struggles fiercely, putting up a desperate fight as it remains ensnared within the spell's powerful grip. A satisfied smile crosses Lu's face as he prepares for his final attack. Energy surges around him, readying for the onslaught. He knows that even a level 10 ranked monster with 2 stars couldn't endure the heavy bombardment from a 2-star golden weapon of mythical class. He unleashes his attack, and the boss Boar King is struck down, letting out one final roar before collapsing. She struggles to comprehend what she has just witnessed, as it is her first time seeing someone use 2 skills simultaneously. She is baffled by how he managed to pull it off. As the dust settles from the spell, the Boar King rises to its feet once more, but suddenly collapses, signaling the end of the boss battle. They both watch in silence. Just then, blue energy surrounds Lu as he smiles, feeling the thrill of leveling up. The system displays a message congratulating him for defeating the physical 2-star boss Wild Boar King, followed by a message indicating he has obtained 12 silver coins and ranked to meet X16. Another message displays a skill book that sacrifices 10% defense for 5% attack with a 10-second duration. He considers selling the other items and keeping the skill book. Another item window appears, showing the magic cloth of Berserker, level 10, 2 stars, gold ranked, with plus 320 health, plus 5 health and stamina, and a mono 4 health damage negation ability for spellcasters only. The last item window shows the War Ring of the Berserker, level 10, 2 stars, gold ranked, with plus 70 physical attack, plus 5 strength and agility, and a recovery of 55 HP per damage dealt, restricted to knights. The description notes it is a blood-stained ring, Only fresh blood can sate its hunger. He decides to give the items to his pet. Just then, Cian begins to glow with a dark pink aura as the system announces, "Congratulations on breaking the class restrictions of the disastrous caster class limitation, Vessel of Calamity." Following this, another message appears. "Congratulations, you have evolved into Core Class 2 Sorcerer, Epic." With tears of joy, she realizes that she has not only shed the disastrous caster status, but has also evolved into an epic core class. But just then, they both look up as the system is about to display something. The system makes a global announcement. "Congratulations to Class Shifter 0 and Cian on defeating the world boss Wild Boar King. You have cleared the First World Demon Source." The crowd is shocked, wondering how they cleared the First World in under half a day and why it was only these two, questioning if anyone else would join. But just then, someone recognizes the name and realizes that Cian is known for having no combat skills and needing escorts. They are astonished that someone had carried her and defeated the boss alone. The scene shifts to Lu and Cian with two visible portals. The system announces, "Congratulations on clearing the First World Nightmare Source." The Second World Fortress, besieged by the undead, is now active. He looks at the two portals, thinking that the red one leads to the Second World, while the blue one is for returning. He decides to first address the issue of putting food on the table. He moves toward the blue portal, as she shouts for him to wait, and asks where he is going. He intends to get his pay from her sister. With more important matters to attend to, he leaves her behind. She places her hand on her face as she realizes that the person who has helped her all this time is the mysterious class shifter everyone has been talking about, called Zero. The scene shifts outside to the Len High City Center, focusing on the fan building. A lady looks out the window as someone approaches her, indicating she has a phone call. She takes the call, receiving the message that the job is done, and the details for transferring the money will follow. Despite this, she doesn't seem impressed. She comments that she will confirm the details first before processing the payment. She hands the phone back, remarking that it has only been half a day and the person must be a scam artist or something. Just then, a girl bursts through the door with a big smile on her face, exclaiming that she has done it. She excitedly reveals that not only has she broken free from the Vessel of Calamity, but she has also evolved into an epic core class 2 boost sorcerer. Her sister, unable to believe it, looks on in disbelief. She smiles with happiness and joy, noting that reaching epic was unprecedented for the fan family, and wonders if they must have received plenty of help from them to achieve it. With a cheeky grin, Cian holds up one finger, indicating it was just one man who had carried her through. Her face turns to confusion as she sees confirmation, trying to process the idea that it was just one person. Cian looks lost as she watches her sister, stunned and bewildered, drop down to the computer, absorbed in trying to verify the information. As she searches for details, she questions Cian, wondering if that person could be the hot topic right now, the rumored Zero. Cian confirms that it is. An online forum is filled with messages about how Zero has surpassed Long Kingdom's records, become a new powerhouse in the county, and how this mysterious figure has defeated the First World boss. Her face grows darker as she bites her fingernail, reflecting on the news. She realizes they have shattered records and become the first group to reach the Second World. With both of them on board, they will be able to improve their position in the country. She jumps up from her seat, determined to hold an executive meeting immediately. They need to poach Zero to their Misty Rain Pavilion by any means necessary to clear the Second World before anyone else.